All right, point-slope form, slope-intercept form, sustain one problem. That for a second. Slope form to slope-intercept form to standard for problem. We found out first period, guys. We should have given you a heck of a lot more to take notes, so there's not that much space when we start doing these problems. But first, as a little warm-up, guys, I'll tell you this. These are the first 3 questions on Thursday's test. Point-slope form, slope-intercept form, Go, write them all out. You've got to memorize. That's awesome.
We like a pop.
I don't know what you speak of.
It's not pop, but we have a quiz on Thursday. Thursday or Friday? Thursday. Pop test.
Angie, point-slope form.
Equal.
Oh, that was a big win.
It's not like a
Win.
It's like really close.
Angie, point-slope form. That's slope-intercept form.
Oh, y1.
Okay, I'm listening to y1.
Y minus y1.
Y minus y1. Very good.
Equals m times the quantity of x minus x1.
Excellent. Guys, that's the form you're going to start with. And we will explain why we are going to start with that form first, even though you guys learned slope-intercept form first. And Angie, tell me the 2 important things from that form that you know.
I know that. Okay. Y1 and x1 are a point.
Okay, can I put an x1 comma y1?
And m is a slope.
Right, and m is the slope. So usually you're given a point, and m is the slope. You can usually find the point. If you have 2 points, you're going to find the slope. Okay? Katie Harms, what was slope-intercept form? Yeah, that's the one you guys are probably best with. We've done it so much this year. And Katie, what do you know about some of those variables?
M is the slope. And B is the y-intercept.
Yeah, the y-intercept. Very good.
Oh, we had to write that on the test, like m is a slope and stuff.
Yeah, it says it says something like write the important information from the variables or something like that. So yes, good question. Billy asked, do you have to write down the stuff that we wrote on the sides? Yes, you do. So make sure you know what the important information is. Okay. Natalia, what's standard form?
X plus by equals
This is probably the toughest one, guys, to know all the important information about. Natalia, what do you know about?
the A, B, C are the numbers.
Yeah,
A and B are the coefficients.
the coefficients are numbers. That's good. What do they have to be, guys? They have to be integers, which means they cannot be what?
Half.
fractions or decimals.
Right.
Yeah, I got that right.
They cannot be
Half.
They cannot be fractions or decimals. And then, Natalia, do you remember what A has to be as far as its sign?
Positive.
Yeah. A's got to be positive. If it's negative, guys, divide both sides of the equation by -1. That'll change to be positive. So, first 3 questions on Thursday's test, right there. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I think that's kind of a typo at the beginning. I think it's supposed to just be write an equation. Get rid of the ing and put an e. Write an equation of a line when given a point and a slope. Then solve it for y to put it in the slope-intercept form. Then put it in the standard form. All right, what form are we going to start with?
Point-slope form.
Why?
Because they give you all the information you need for point-slope form.
Guys, they're giving us a point and a slope. Whenever they give you a point and a slope, use point-slope form. Jack Muir, put that in a slope-intercept. No, put that in a point-slope form.
Y plus 5 equals 3 to the quantity of x minus 2.
And everybody put a little sneaky 1 by it somewhere. You're 1/3 of the way home. Now, you have to solve it for y to put it into slope-intercept form. That's what the directions ask you to do. How would you solve it for y? It doesn't take much work. You guys all know how to do it. Phoebes, what would you do first? Distribute the 3. Very good. Always distribute your slope. Watch how this works. Go ahead and do that for me, Phoebe.
It would be y plus 5 equals 3x minus 6.
Perfect.
Would that be 2?
Is that slope-intercept form yet, people?
No.
Close. What do we have to do next?
Subtract 5.
Yeah, you gotta move this. It'll always, whatever number you added or subtracted from the y, you gotta move that over to the right-hand side. So everybody subtract 5 from both sides. Peace, what do you think?
Y equals 3x minus 11.
3x minus 11. Put a little
2.
2. Phoebes, go back to your y equals 3x minus, Phoebe, and everybody else. What's the slope of that line, Phoebe?
3.
Is that what it's got to be? Look at that, guys. Slope is still 3. Okay? All right, last step, and here's where we figured out you needed more space, so hopefully you wrote small. Everybody try to put that one into standard form. Move your x, all you got to do is move your x's over. You guys have done this before. And then we'll divide by -1 because x is 1. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. Negative 3x plus y equals -11. Okay, thank goodness they're all integers. We don't have to clear fractions here. But a is not positive. So what do I divide both sides by to make a positive? -1. And then who's got the equation in standard form? What is it, Catherine? 3x minus y equals 11. Oh, put a little 3 by that, or you can box it. So for your homework tonight, guys, you're doing all 3 things for all the problems. But you are going to be amazed at how fast you get it going from point-slope form to slope-intercept, because it's the same thing every time. Distribute your slope, move that number over. Distribute your slope, move that number over. All right, here's where your calculator comes into play. When you have fractions, guys, take advantage of your calculator. Okay. Kara Burke, put letter B, put that into point-slope form, because that's what we have as a point and slope. Can I put y minus 0?
Yeah.
You can put y minus 0, or you can just leave it y equals whatever.
Equals -4/5 times the quantity of x plus 5.
Excellent, x plus 5. Again, if you have y minus 0, that's fine. If you just have y, that's fine. Okay? Put a little sneaky 1 by it. There's point slope form. Now, we're gonna solve it for y. But it's gonna be easy because y minus 0 is just y. And then if I distribute my slope, it's gonna be in slope-intercept form. I'll do the hard part. -4/5 times x is -4/5 x. Grab your calculators, guys, and go -4/5 times 5. What's gonna be after my -4/5 x there?
4.
I don't think so.
-4.
-4.
Yeah, -4.
-4. Okay.
I did that in my head.
So that's good that you did it in your head. Just be careful with your sign, Harrison.
Because all you have to do is just cross with the 5s.
Exactly. The 5's kind of cancel. Okay. Now we got to review this because if we want to put that in standard form, what do we do first?
Add 4/5 x.
Do we do add 4/5 x first, and then we'll clear fractions later, or can we clear fractions first and then move it over?
Do either.
Do either. Let's add that 4/5 x first, and then clear fractions second. But if you multiply through by to clear fractions now, that'd be fine.
You multiply both sides by 5, right?
Right. So I got 4/5 x plus y equals -4. Okay. Now that looks like it's in standard form because you got x's, y's, and then your constants, but you can't have any fractions. What number are you going to multiply through by to clear fifths? 5. Okay, you want to clear your fifths, clear your fractions. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Again, if you want to do your calculator, feel free. Who's got it? Cough, give it a shot.
-4x plus 5y.
Why do you think it's negative for x?
Oh.
I think it's positive. Okay, say it again.
4x plus
equals negative 20. Very good. Put a little 3 by that. There's your third form. So 1, 2, 3 forms. Okay? If you can do this, guys, you can do about anything. All right, try that next one. Ms. Hopkins, put it into point-slope form.
Y plus 2 equals a half times the quantity of x minus 6.
Y plus 2 equals a half times the quantity of x plus 6. Whatever it is. Okay? 1. Okay? Everybody try to solve it for y now. Okay? Distribute your half and subtract 2 from both sides. You get it right? 1/2 x minus 5? Sweet. Okay, there's equation number 2. Now let's put it in standard form. This time I'm going to multiply through by 2 first. And watch how we still get the same answer. Okay? I'm going to multiply everything by 2 to clear my fractions. 2y equals 1x, or just x, minus 10. Guys, clearing fractions is a very important skill to have when you guys go into Algebra 1. Subtract an x from both sides. Negative x plus 2y equals negative 10. We can't have a being negative, so let's divide by negative 1. X minus 2y equals 10. So, 1, 2, all 3 forms. You guys do it or no?
Yeah.
I did the other one. This is really confusing.
Which part, Ange?
Like, towards the end. Because I thought you were supposed to subtract.
He did it the opposite.
Did you subtract an x from both sides?
He did the same way.
Yeah.
You could subtract a half x first and then clear fractions, you'll get the same answer.
That's what I did.
If that makes any sense. Okay? Guys, always be aware of your special cases. If the slope is 0, which special case is that?
Boy.
Hoy. Everybody write the word hoy down by just anywhere. And if you guys think you can write the equation, all 3 equations in about 2 seconds. Guess what the answer to all point slope, slope-intercept standard is? Y equals what? Y 4. So what? And then how'd you know it was y equals? Because the
Y equals line.
It's the y equals line. So y equals 4. Y equals 4. Y equals 4.
You have to write it 3 times.
Yeah, because you got to write point slope, slope-intercept standard. Okay. Last period they were trying to write this, and if you did this, it's okay. Y minus 4 equals 0 times the quantity of x plus 3. Is that the same thing as y equals 4?
Yeah.
What's 0 times anything?
0.
Add 4 to both sides. You get those. Okay? But knowing the little trick, you get better. Try to write the equations for D. What word are you going to write down? No slope, undefined slope. You're going to write bucks. X equals. Dude, you guys do not see negative signs. I think you guys all need glasses.
Just said
I have.
Negative 3. Okay? X equals negative 3. Because that's the x value of the point. And we know it's an x equals line.
we only have this for home.
Take advantage of bucks and hoy. Alright, we're going to do a couple more. It's a lot. I want to give you guys time for your homework. You guys seem to be catching on to this pretty good. Alright. What if you're given 2 points instead of 1 point in the slope?
You have to find the slope.
You have to find the slope. If you're given 2 points, find the slope. Okay? And remember, slope equals y1 minus y2
Is our homework a packet?
over x1 minus x2. and then follow your steps and write the equations given the slope of a point. Choose one point and use that point for your equation. For our purposes, let's choose the first point. Choose the first point. But it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Do you have the same thing?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Of course you would. Great question, though, Catherine. All right, everybody find the slope of the line that goes through those 2 points. Again, calculate. I don't care if you guys use your calculator, just get it right. Mr. Devin, tell me how to get the slope of the line that goes through those points.
12 plus 8
Over?
over negative 1 minus 4,
Excellent. In your head, 12 plus 8.
20,
Over?
negative 5,
And what's 20 divided by negative 5, Dev?
4, negative 4.
Negative 4. Very good. Nice job doing it in your head. Guys, the slope is negative 4, guaranteed. Billy Coyne used the first point and a slope of negative 4 and write me the point slope form.
Y minus 12 equals negative 4 times body of x plus 1.
Nice. Guys, you guys are really good with and careful with your signs. That's good. Okay? There's 1. Point slope form. Everybody try to solve that for y. Distribute your negative 4 and add 12 to both sides. Distribute your negative 4 and add 12 to both sides. Anybody get negative 4x plus 8?
I did.
Nice. Notice the slope is still negative 4. Okay. Now, everybody add. We don't have to clear fractions. No fractions here. That's good. Everybody add 4x to both sides to put it in standard form. Four x plus y equals 8. There's the third form. 1, 2, 3. You guys do this?
Yes.
All right. If you guys can do B, we'll be done. You guys can do your homework. Fine. Find the slope. Did we get another slope of negative 4?
Yep.
Just a coincidence, both of them are negative 4. Did you do negative 4 plus 8 over negative 3 plus 2? Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So I'm going to use that first point. Y plus 4 equals negative 4 times x plus 3. There's point slope form. Solve it for y. Is it negative 4x minus 16? Did I get that one right?
Yes.
Okay. Add 4x to both sides. It's going to be positive, so we're not going to have to divide by negative 1 here. Pabon, final answer for standard form there.
4x plus y.
Equals negative 16.